Welcome, Sifuli. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am very happy that you accepted to have this chat, and I'm very excited to see what comes out of it today.
Thank you, Master Rodney. It's such a great honor and pleasure to join your program, and thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to dive into our sharing and discussion about anything you want.
Okay, thank you. 谢谢你,
Yeah.
谢谢你. So, you're in Germany now.
Yes, I am. Yeah, actually, a friend of mine from Little Rock of United States just finished the intensive training on Zhong Jin Dao system of Li Shifeng Kung Fu Academy. And yeah, and we were quite excited and happy.
Very nice. And how long are you in Germany?
So I have been here for a couple of times, and for this time, I stayed already for about 2 months. And until when I'm going to finish staying over here, I'm not sure. So we'll see. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, and originally you're from Shaolin.
Yeah, originally I'm from Henan province of central China. So Henan province, you have been traveling in China as well, and so Henan province actually is the motherland for whole China. So in Chinese, we call it 老家河南, 老 old, 家 family or hometown, Henan. So old hometown of China is Henan. So Henan is the, let's say, the how Chinese civilization started. So now you can see Beijing, everybody knows, let's say most of people, they know Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, many big cities. But actually, Henan used to call it Zhongyuan. Zhongguo is China, right?
Yes,
China,
middle.
in Chinese, in pronunciation is Zhongguo. Zhongguo actually literally translated will be Central Kingdom. But our
Yes.
ancestors, they think, okay, China, we are in Central Kingdom of the world. Actually, we are not, right? But at the
Yes.
moment, people have this pride and prejudice,
Yes.
of being the center of the world. So, yeah, China is the Central Kingdom, but our place, Henan, it has a nickname called Zhongyuan. Zhong center, Yuan land, central land. So we are actually like a center of the center, something like this. So yeah, Henan is the motherland for the whole China, also in the history and also in the culture. So we have the Shaolin Temple, which lasted for about 1,500 years old, is the birthplace of Chan Buddhism, and we have Taoism in Laozi.
Yes.
Laozi was born over there, and we have like the Tai Chi, the Chen style Tai Chi. I think now you have Wudang, you have Wudang internal martial arts. I see that on your hoodie. So yeah, some people, there is a little argument, conflict in China is where Tai Chi was born, right? Some people say it from Wudang Mountain. Some people say from the Chen Tai Chi village. So, but here is not our, talking about where is the birthplace of Tai Chi, but just letting you know, at least a branch of Tai Chi was born in Henan province. So two important martial arts, also with the other, maybe not so famous, so popular ones, was born in Henan province as well. So I was born, luckily, I was born over there with great culture and history. Not so good in economic right now, but it is improving, hopefully. Yeah.
Yes. Since we're on the topic of the Middle Kingdom or the Central Kingdom, your name of your school is Zhōng Jin Dao.
Yes,
You
Zhong
want to
Jin
explain
Dao,
this?
exactly. Yeah. So in my town in Henan, so normally, in English, we talk about, okay, for example, shall we go to China or shall we go to Canada where you are living, or shall we build a school in Costa Rica, right? You are working on. So we will say good or okay or fine in English. But in Chinese, in my town, in Chinese, we will say 好 means good, fine, right? 好不好 no good, right? But in my town we will say 中 like 中国中原中 or 不中 no 中 which means fine or not fine or okay or not okay. 中 is like what we said about yes or no, about yes. So 中 actually I take this 中进道中 is there is a story and my philosophy behind. So for all of us like you and me, we would like to searching the Dao. Or in Buddhist movies, they said the Dharma, right? The Fa in Chinese. So all of us, we came to we come to this world, we make a life, and we are searching our spirituality. Who am I? Why am I living? What is the meaning of life? In the Chinese way, to answer it is we are searching the Dao or the Dharma, So, but if we read the Tao Te Ching, or the very beginning of Tao Te Ching, it is said, if the Dao can be talked about, it's not the eternal Dao, right? If the name can be named, it's not the eternal name. Even though we would like to somehow close to the Dao, like somehow think about it, if Dao is the God, even we couldn't really understand or become the God, we want to getting close to it, to feel the glory, the blessing of the God. So we want to somehow understand the Dao, even if there is no eternal Dao. So the Dao is also like a karate do, taekwondo, judo, aikido, Japanese called do, right? So all of us, we are trying to find an approach to reach the Dao. So okay, now I have a Dao. We want to reach the Dao. Okay, but how to reach the Dao? So if thinking about now we are swimming in the river or swimming in the river. So what is the most safe way for us? The middle way, right? If you're getting close too much to the bank, your boat or yourself maybe will be easily damaged or broken. So the middle way, which means is the most safe, is the safest way, and also it's the balanced way. So we can turn, have a little bit of mistake, this and that, it's fine. So I put a Zhong into it. Not only about this philosophical middle way. Buddhism and Taoism, we talk about the middle way. So in Confucianism, we talk about middle way as well, called Zhong Dao. Zhong Dao. So Zhong Dao is a very important philosophical concept in China. No matter in Chinese Taoism, let's say the Taoism or Chan Buddhism, the Chinese Buddhism, because Buddhism from India, right? And they have the other country whom believe in Buddhism as well, Chan Buddhism, the Chinese style, and also the Confucianism. We have this Zhong Dao. All of the three, let's say, philosophy, they have this concept, which is very important. So we have this Zhong Dao to live in the middle way, to not going crazy or too much boring, or let's say too much passionate or too much boring, and then we get our limitation, we are easy to lose who we are. So we keep this Zhong Dao. This is the philosophical way. For the practical way, no matter your internal family or internal martial arts from Wudang or the martial arts I am training or I would like to deliver to the next generation after generation. So all of us, even you don't train in martial arts, you would like to be balanced, right? Balance your life. Positive, negative, be balanced. Soft and hard, be balanced. So this is the middle way. So 中定 for the Chinese people, for the Chinese martial art at least, which I practice for different styles, we call them 千招不过一个中定劲儿. There are thousands of forms, thousands of movements or shape or whatever we name it. There is no more than one energy or one force of centralizing balance or centralizing setting down, like the tree. how the tree can grow up properly. The tree must setting down in a sort of place. So all of us, no matter how we move, jumping or not jumping, move to the left, right, forward, backward, whatever, we must centralize ourselves, or we must balance ourselves. So 中定. So all the form, karate, taekwondo, jujutsu, Shaolin, Taiji, Wudang Taiji, Chen Taiji, Yang Taiji, and also Wing Chun, all is. If you watch the movie, some movies, if they are professional, for example, like Ip Man, they said, when Donnie Yen fighting with his opponent, so he was on the stage, and some his disciples say, 叶师傅 Master Ip 切他的中路 go strike to his middle way, his middle road, because when you break your opponent's middle way, your opponent will lose the balance, and then you will win. So some movies, they are not just movies, they are quite professional in a sort of way. So that's why I put a 中 into it. So I have my feeling from my hometown. 中不中? 中. Good or not good? Good. 中. Okay. This is the feeling from my hometown, which I get so much nutrition from where I was born. The Henan, we like to say 中. And second is about, this is the feeling, the emotion. Second is about the philosophical, the theory behind. All of us, we want to live in a balanced life. We want to search the middle way to catch up, to getting through, to reaching to the Dao. And third is practically martial arts or any movements, let's say. We must balance, we must centralize, and then we will, let's say, be unshakable, be unbeatable. If you have centrally setting down about Jìng. So Jìng, as we shared, actually the Chinese, you and me, we have Chinese characters. All the Chinese characters and all the Chinese style martial arts, they are all pictograph arts. For example, we have swan form or goose form, and we have snake form. We have so many different forms, the dragon form, the tiger form, whatever. And then why we have this? Because we observe, we picture how these animals move, or how our ancestor farming, or how they walking, how they jumping, and we created this. The character too, we created, if we look back, how the character is like a drawing. So I remember clearly when I used to teach in Western world, I write down some Chinese character, because I ask them, do you want to have a Chinese name? They say, yes, why not? Then by their pronunciation, for example, like Rodney, I will write your literally translation like Luo De Ni. It's a Chinese character. They say, wow, it's so pretty, but it's so difficult. You like drawing something, because it's a pictograph. The character and the martial arts too. So pictograph arts. So the Jìng, Zhōng Jìn Dao, the Jìng, if we separately in two sectors, one sector means the force, the power. I can write you down now. And another sector means the channel, the path. So you see, the Jìng is everybody, we have force since we were born. No matter you're training martial arts or didn't training martial arts, we have our, I'm going to write you down, we have our force, we have our power. But why, for example, Bruce Lee, and why Bruce Lee can deliver his energy or his spirit or whatever much more sharper or much more, fluid than us, because he can better he can be better transfer his force to the energy. And how? It's because he can build a better channel, a better path to flow his force. So, all right. So this is the Jìn. Channel force. I hope our friend whom can watch it. Yeah. So this two part is Jìn. So one part is the channel or path, how we name it. Another is force. So you can see how clever or how meaningful the Chinese character it is. You and me, we have force, but every day we training to build a clear and fluid path to deliver our force. The better we can deliver, the better Jìn we have, the better, let's say, power or whatever we name it, we can deliver to our opponent. We can work on ourselves. So this is the Jìn. So Zhōng Jin Dao. So Jìn somehow, let's say, everybody knows the Qi. Not so many people know the Jìn, and even in China. So they are confused about the Li, the force, and the Jìn, somehow like energy or just the Jìn. They confuse this part, even in China. For the Western world, or out of China, not so many people know this. Of course, some people, if they travel to China, they learn Chinese, or they have a Chinese master who's talking about this Jìn, maybe they know it. So you can think about it. But so many people know Qi, Qi Gong and Qi energy, life force, blah, blah. So you can think about Jìn is like the external Qi. Qi is the internal Jìn. Something like that, if we build the relationship between Qi and Jìn. So Qi, when we write in calligraphy, for example, we have the Qi and the Jìn as well. The Qi is invisible, but the Jìn is the stroke. You can feel your strength. The Qi, they can somehow feeling your spirit or the personality of yourself. This is the relationship between calligraphy and the Kungfu philosophy or Kungfu. So that's why I name it Zhong Jin Dao, because my approach Dao in the middle way, externally. From externally, we go to internally, because in my opinion, from externally go to internally is more visible. It can reach more people. But definitely, I strongly suggest my friend or the student whom training with me, short time or long term, I said, look, we together co-founded this system called Zhong Jin Dao, but this Zhong Jin Dao is just like the pointing finger to the moon. I just showing the path, but you yourself is the moon who is shining. Maybe you can think about it. I'm from externally to the internally. Maybe why you cannot from internally to externally? You can build your own system called Zhong Qi Dao, the Qi. We have a He Qi Dao, Aikido already, Japanese style. Zhong Qi Dao, you can. So this is how the story came, and what the philosophy, the experience, and the knowledge behind my approach of martial arts and life, Zhong Jin Dao.
Oh wow, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice explanation. Maybe you'll have to send me the Chinese calligraphy so I can add it in.
I will,
in the
definitely.
description.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you're having some tea, and one of the main reasons I wanted to chat with you is we all like drinking tea and training and relaxing.
Yeah.
So I know you're an expert in the tea ceremony or the relationship between tea and Kung Fu.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk a little bit about the relationship between tea, harvesting tea as a Kung Fu practitioner, as a Kung Fu practitioner. master, how important is tea in this whole equation?
Definitely, and thank you. It's a great question. So actually, a few days ago, the friend Casey Swanson, her Chinese name is Lǎo Jiā. It's from my lineage, which I offered to her with my great pleasure and honor. So she asked me a question saying, is it necessary or it must be that the Kungfu practitioner or student or master, whomever, they have to drink tea, or most of them, they would like to drink tea? I say, no, it's not necessary. And many Kungfu students or master, they drink alcohol, and they drink coffee, or they don't drink and anything beyond water. So I like drinking tea because I have a tea farm, the tea garden, with my partners in all crossover China. Let's say we have different teas in different places, and we like drinking tea. It's just our hobbies. For example, maybe you like, Westerner, you like drinking coffee. It's fine. You don't need to be a Kung Fu master by master drinking tea. But tea indeed has a strong relationship or resonance with Kung Fu. Why? So many people, they are confused that there are many different type of tea. Generally in China, we have 6 different type of tea: 绿茶 green tea, white tea, 黄茶 yellow tea, which is not so popular, not so common, and 乌龙茶 清茶 the 乌龙 tea, and 红茶 black tea, and 黑茶 dark green tea. So common one is pu'er tea, it's quite popular. So this is, of course, we have flower tea, but not so many people drink. Most of the female, they like drinking rose tea, but the other flower tea, but it's not the main type of tea in China. Just this 6 type of tea. How we created this 6 different tea. Many people think, the black tea and the white tea, let's say, or green tea, they are totally different trees. From totally different trees, they are made totally different because they have different flavor. They look like different, this and that. Yeah, could be, but one exactly same tea leaf can make all these 6 types of tea by different level of femination or roasting, by the level of roasting, by the level of femination, I think, right? The word in English. So same tea leaf. Now I am drinking oolong tea. So you can see that I'm going to pick up. But in China, we drink the tea like a lucent tea. See, you can still see this tea leaf is quite fully, and the color is like this. So this same tea leaf, we can make all these 6 different type of tea.
Yeah. So it's just in the preparation.
Just the preparation and the processing of making tea. Deep down to say, just the different level of femination, or different level of roasting. Green tea, 0% of femination. White tea, 10 to 15 or 20%. Yellow tea, 30 to 40%. Oolong tea, 50, 60 to 60%. Black tea, 80 to 90%. Dark green tea, 黑茶, 100% femininity. Just this.
Like processing, roasting.
Roasting, exactly.
Just like coffee beans.
Yeah. So the similarity is like Kung Fu. You and me, we are like this tea leaf. Same human being body. Yes. But by different way to express who we are in a approachable, in a practitioner way, to express who we are, we created so many different movements, and some movements called martial arts. Some movements made from China called Kungfu. You can create Kungfu too. I can create maybe the other movements like dance, this and that too, just like this tea leaf. I can be the oolong tea, I can be the green tea as well. So this is the great similarity between Kungfu and tea. And another similarity is why this tea leaf, I made it as oolong tea. Because this tea leaf is good to become oolong tea. Like you and me. Why you practice Wudang internal martial arts? Maybe because you had some, let's say, fate or destined to meet a master from Wudang Mountain or the successor from Wudang Mountain. Or you went to China, you found the Wudang Mountain first time, wow, it's so interesting. Or becomes the other reason. Or because you like their style, you're feeling more connected. Mm-hmm. So I created this Zhōng Jìn Dao, it's because my little knowledge and experience and with the feeling from my hometown. So I made it like this. I'm more suitable to do this. Maybe you are more suitable to become that. So this is another similarity of Kungfu and tea, which I found so interesting. By understanding the tea, by drinking the tea, I understand a lot of Kungfu. It helps me, firstly, technically to say, keep my mind fresh. Yes. And also they have so many similarity between Kungfu and tea. And when you see deeply and how the tea getting from China to across the world, how the Kungfu being spreaded around the world, they have the other similarity. But technically and practically is what we said. A same thing, an exact same thing by different way, by the best way who the being can be. And the tea with so many different flavors and the human civilization with so much blooming arts, no matter martial arts or the other. So this is the relationship between tea and, let's say, Kungfu I found it, which is quite charming. Yeah.
Is there any etiquette in drinking tea?
So Japanese martial arts and Japanese tea ceremony, they develop in their own way, but they have the mother resource, which is the Chinese way to make martial arts, to make the tea. In China, we call it 吃茶, 吃 eat, 茶 tea, eating tea. We don't call it 喝茶, drinking tea. So Japanese style, they are somehow like eating tea. This is from the, let's say, Tang Song dynasty, about 1,000 years ago or 1,500 years ago. So after Tang Song dynasty, we get Ming Qing dynasty about 400 or 500 years ago. It's getting popular to drink the tea. Don't eat this tea leaf or don't make the powder and eat it like you are drinking like smoothie, something like this. Not that popular anymore. So this is so for the tea ceremony is like a wine tasting. So we will smell the tea when we put hot water in. We'll smell the top, the cup. We'll smell the leaves, and we will see the color of the water, the tea water. We will also smell the tea water, and we will taste it. We will taste it by our mouth. Like you drinking wine, to taste the tea, to let the tea fully unfold in your mouth, and then to also the nutrition part, and also related with TCM. Maybe you like drinking more black tea, I like drinking more oolong tea, maybe somebody else like a green tea. It's because their own body, and also it's because the season. For example, in springtime, people are drinking more green tea to enjoy the freshness. Spring coming, so people want to move. Animals would like to move, and the flower is blooming. We enjoy the freshness. For the winter time, we want to keep us warm. Warm. So the deep roasted tea, like deep or high level feminated tea, like black tea or dark green tea or hei cha, like roasted pearl tea or aged white tea, aged oolong tea, aged, which means saved for a long time. They will have feminating by themselves. We like drinking this because it's more warm, this kind of tea. So yeah, so this is about the tea. Of course, like training Kungfu, after you training your body worked, you sweat a little bit, enjoying a nice cup of tea or with friends, with master, with students. It's quite enjoyable, in a little moment. Yeah.
So your favorite is oolong tea?
These days, because we make the fresh tea now, so I cannot say my favorite. It depends on, let's say, the mood, and also depend on how you would like to share with the friends, and also because the oolong tea they are squeezed, so it's easy to carry. I just put it in my simple tea bag and carry it. For the black tea, for example, they are very easy to broken, become the tea pounder, let's say, some of them. And so, of course, if you can use the box, the iron box to carry, but I didn't use that, so I bring a lot of oolong tea to share with friends and students in Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. So, when you practice Tai Chi and you practice Qigong, a lot, it starts with sitting meditation and relaxing. So a lot of the relaxation and a lot of the calmness comes from inside. But as you practice, if you say wanted to have some tea to also accentuate that calmness, that relaxation, what would be a nice tea with a nice flavor to drink as you do your Tai Chi practice?
Well, why now you can see that the monk, the Buddhism practitioner or the Taoist, they like drinking tea. Why? It's because actually tea will keep them awake. Of course, when we meditate, we are sleepy, but we are awakened, right? We have great concentration. Looks like we are sleepy, but apparently we are not. So the tea, let's say in springtime, we drink the green tea, and it will keep us in freshness. And many people do this. I prefer, let's say, if I training hard, if I training very hard, and I like drink a lot of black tea, because I will not get a problem with my stomach.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Because the green tea we shared, we think it's cold. Like Chinese people, we don't drink icy water. So all the people, they travel around the world, can I have some hot water? Some Westerners said, what? We don't have hot water. I remember when I went to United States in the winter time, I asked some water, actually, I mean hot water. They give me water with a lot of ice. So if you're training a lot, you need to drink a lot of stuff. It's better to not drink too much green tea. Otherwise, maybe it depends on people. But for majority people, maybe your stomach cannot handle. If just meditation, anything you can drink because you are not going to sweat a lot.
Yeah, and green tea also is almost like a diuretic. It makes you go a lot.
And also it depends on your food. If you eat a lot of oily food or meat or hard digested stuffs, you can drink raw pearl tea, green tea. This will help you digest. Yeah, and then you can maybe meditate better. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You spoke about staying awake, the Buddhist, and that was my next question because there's a little funny story. Of course, most likely not true, but it's still a funny story where Damo faced a wall for 9 years. but by mistake, sometimes his eyelids close. So he get angry and cut off his eyelids, and the eyelids fall to the floor, and from that it go into the soil and grow into tea leaves. So they say a lot of the monks drink a lot of tea leaves to stay awake. So what's one of the ones that keeps you alert maybe during meditation?
Oh, I think all the tea, because the tea will, like as we said, like coffee, it will help you to keep alert, keep awake. I mean, all the teas, not particularly, and also how depend on the tea. Let's say green tea will give you the most freshness, or the, let's say this, and also depend on how much you drink. If you drink a very like thick tea, like tea soap, I like thick tea, so you can be alert, but you are be alert, but you don't want overact. So for some people, they when they drink with me, I will ask them, you want to, thick one or you want to lighter one? So and it totally depends on people. But to answer your question in another way is, okay, the Buddha, so we call the Chan Cha Yi Wei, Chan Zen, or Chan, the Chan Buddhism, Cha, the tea, Yi Wei. Yi means oneness, Wei, taste, or the Zen, the Chan, and the tea, actually, they taste the same. And looks like a, weird, right? But actually, this is a very important Buddhism philosophy. In Western world, and I would like to borrow a poem from William Blake, the British poet. He said he get a lot of influence from Taoism philosophy, Buddhism philosophy from the Eastern world. He said, to see a world in a gray of sand, the sandy beach, the sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour.
Wow.
You can see the heaven from a wild flower, on the street. You can see maybe the God from a person in a sort of way, in a sort of moment. So that's why in Buddha, let's say, he seated, meditated, but he is totally awakening, he is clarifying his mind. He is sitting, yes, physically, but his mindfulness crossing all over the universe or the world, whatever. Like in Taoism too, we call them, I am staying at home, but I know the principle of the universe.
Yes.
It's same thing. So that's why they said the tea and the Chan, the Zen, or the Dao, it's the same stuff. It tastes the same.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons you bring a wonderful story. Even it's a story, but this illusion and the reality may be the same. Just like in Heart Sutra, it is said, the form is the empty, and the empty is the exactly form.
Yeah.
So in Chinese we call it 色即是空，空即是色。Empty, but it is form. Like you and me, maybe I'm drinking tea, and actually maybe you are drinking tea in a different way. So kind of like this. That's why tea playing a big role in Buddhism philosophy in China and Taoism philosophy. Yeah. That's why Japanese, they call it Cha Dao, the Dao of tea, or the way of tea.
Yeah, maybe speak a little bit more. I really like that quote from the Heart Sutra, because it reminded me of our second principle here with Tai Chi. You can find stillness in movement, and you can find movement in stillness. This is our second principle from an ancestral principle. So talk a little bit about that, maybe for people who might find that confusing. how can you find form in emptiness and emptiness from form?
Amazing question. Amazing question. Look, so to start our movements, we started from standing meditation, not sitting meditation, for standing meditation. So we are actually sitting, but sitting on our leg. We are sitting on our leg, and we are doing standing meditation. So our, no matter sitting meditation or standing meditation, if in Kungfu, the meditation is always the same, but just in different form. So for Kungfu, nobody fight, with sit position, almost all, nobody, right? There are some ground technique, but not in sitting position. You have ground like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Judo, the other martial arts. But most of us, we are moving, right?
Yes.
So, but to move our body, firstly, we are in silence. We are in stillness to understand the construction of our body. That's why I choose standing meditation or standing tree posture as the beginning. So
this one.
Yeah, this one. Or you don't need to be rising up your hand. You can just like this, how you want to name it. Or you can use the let's say, in 形意拳, also three internal martial arts in China, Tai Chi, 形意, and Bagua, right? So you can use the Bagua Zhang, as standing meditation, as you said, hugging tree as standing meditation, or 形意, 3-sector standing meditation, however you name it, but the requirement is almost the same. So you must become, in Chinese we call it Zhan Zhuang. You must like a standing tree, right? You must like a tree. The tree, you are living, you are not, the tree is growing. So that's why normally the tree would like to grow vertically to reach as fast as the shortest distance to the sunshine. Vertical. So we must vertical ourselves upright, lower our chin, straight our head to have this rising up energy. Right? Like I'm holding what? Like I'm holding this stuff. I'm holding this cable. So the tree, they are growing up like we are holding this cable. So you don't losing the rising up energy even you are grounded. So the tree, see, this is the root of the tree. The tree want to go in deeper and deeper to be grounded, to be solid, but don't forget or don't lose the rising up energy. For our martial arts, same. So lower our chin, straight our head to have this rising up energy. Loosen up our shoulder, way down our elbow, like you're hugging the tree, or like you do this, to relax, to grounded your upper body. And contain our chest, round our back, to have space to even move your chest, to give your chest strike. We have a chest strike as well. When you are extremely close, you have no space to punch, to do elbow, to do your shoulder, to do your anything. You can use the chest to strike. And also to loosen up your upper body. And sitting on your leg, relax your waist, bend your knee. Feet totally grounded. All the feet, like the root, touch down, like the vacuum, leg from the animal whom living on the world. You are grounded. So, and if you can do a good standing meditation form, a standing tree form, all the other form is just a different shape. That's it. Because all the requirement to be grounded, rooted with great mobility potential is the same. So standing meditation, let's say, is the Kungfu, no matter any style, in silence. Or the other style, the moving style, the dynamic movements is dynamic or mobile standing meditation. Standing meditation is silent Kungfu. Kungfu is active or mobile standing meditation. In China, we call the Quán, the fist, the Kungfu, 是行动的桩. The fist or the Kungfu is running standing meditation. 桩是静止的拳. Standing meditation is silent or stopped Kungfu. So, and then from this perspective, you can understand the form is empty. The empty is the exact form, because you don't have form, and at the moment you have a form. You didn't move physically, but the standing meditation, you can have potential to move anywhere, in any shape. So this is how we start. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. So a lot of the forms you teach, it abides by these principles.
Exactly. Yes. And you can choose how you move, but as we shared, no matter how you move, the standing meditation to give us, it is not a must. It's just a way to approach it. And from what I shared, it's a practical and efficient way to start it. But when you understand how to loosen up your body, you can move all the time. You don't need to do standing meditation anymore. You can move all the time. You can use different shape, but in stillness and then in movements. Because stillness is easy to, in a subtle way, in the beginning, to dive in. And then you can, by your own imagination with reality, for example, like street fighting. You don't know how many guys would like to fight with you. You don't know which direction. You don't know in any angle. So you can, by your own imagination and your own practice with your partners, with anybody else, to create it your own. But this is we call the style, the personality of the martial artist, no matter practitioner or master. And this is we call the uniqueness. But beyond or based on uniqueness, based on the basement of uniqueness is universalness. The universalness is, no matter you do standing meditation or you do moving meditation, your body must be grounded. At the same time, when you are grounded, you have a possibility to move as fast as you can, as flexible as you can. So this is the deal. No matter still or movement, standing meditation or moving meditation or sitting meditation or lying down meditation, how you want to do, but you, in the different purpose of fighting, of awakening yourself, and you choose different ways. But always like you and me, we are different face, like different personality, training different martial arts, but deep down, we are just a human being with 2 arms and 2 legs. Yeah.
Very nice. Very good. So thanks for your time. I just wanted, before we end it, I just want you to let us know what you're doing now. I know you mentioned you're already in Germany for quite a few weeks. Let everybody know what you're doing. I know you also give a little bit about what you do concerning the tea ceremony, but specifically with the training and your style of Kung Fu. Just let anybody know anything you'd like to share.
Thank you for your generosity and your interest. Yeah, for all the friends who may watch us or who later may be interested in what we are doing, Master Rodney and me. So I am focusing on teaching, let's say, my own system in a sort of way, but this is called Zhōng Jìn Dao system. So I am just the co-founder. Now I am teaching, for example, with different friends, also some friends from Canada, and they are from Latin America, around the world. So they are all of them, they are co-founder as well. By sharing with them or by teaching to them, by learning from them, we are creating this Zhōng Jìn Dao system. This is our own system, whom training with me. Together we co-founded. As I explained how this Zhong Jin Dao came. Actually, we have 0 to 10 as well. So 0 to like you, and so the 0 is nothingness and emptiness. Like in Taoism is Wu Wei. Many people know, right? In Buddhism is Kung, nothing. And from Wu and Kung, nothingness and emptiness, we reach to Wu Ji, Tai Ji, and Yin Yang. You use, let's say, from 1 to 10, and then we get 3. 3 is 3 sections, understanding 3 sections, upper, medium, and bottom, and then 4 endings. So our, just simple to share, our nail is the ending of our tendon, our hair, I don't have so much hair, is the ending of our blood, and our tongue is the ending of our muscle, our teeth is the ending of our bone. So when you go fighting, you must, this 4 ending must be ready, like animal, like the tiger, the lion, even the cat. When they touch you gently, softly to be friendly with you, they are, fluffy. But when they are angry, then when they catch you, and you will get hurt. So we are like animal too. And the 5 elements which related to with 5 organs. Heart.
Yeah.
So some people, they get panic. Maybe they pee in their pants, right? How we do be ready to not get panic, to stay concentrated, to stay alert. And 6 harmony, 3 internal harmony, 3 external harmony, shoulder, hip joint, elbow, knee, hand, foot, and intention, attention, breathe, force, and bone tendon. These 6 harmonies. From my understanding, also some masters, they have different understanding for 6 harmonies, and 7 stars: head, hand, elbow, shoulder, hip joint, knee, feet, our 7 weapon, and blah blah 6 and 8 and 9. So I'm giving the people a practical and philosophical way to see their life story. Maybe some of their life story, like your life story, can resonate with the others, to build a little community, to search the truth. To search the truth. We value no matter master or practitioner or students. We value both of them, but we value truth more. Just like the Greek philosopher first Aristotle said, I worship my master, I worship the truth more. So the truth, like the Dao, the Fa, the Dharma, will lead, will give, will benefit generation after generation. If I may say, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm into this stuff. Yeah.
Very nice.
And for anybody who would like to try the Zhong Jin Dao training system, having some tea, please feel free to contact with Rodney or directly contact me. It's such a great honor. And sometimes I'm in Germany, sometimes in China, maybe sometimes in your country. Who knows? And welcome to, talk with me, ask questions, no matter it's challenging or soft questions. I'm here. Like Rodney, before our conversation, you ask, what kind of question do you would like to have, question before? I say, okay, I'm ready for everything. If I don't understand, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you again for your time and great questions. Yeah.
Thank you. I will put your website. If you have a specific link you'd like people to contact you, please send it to me. I'll put it below the video.
Yeah. So here it's, let's say, Li Shifeng Kung Fu Academy is my YouTube channel, Instagram account. So, and also Facebook, and and feel free to comment, to share anything. Anybody is welcome.
Yeah, very nice. I think with the Kung Fu community, I think with there's so much beauty in the martial arts, and there's so much truth, and there's so much understanding. And I think instead of segregating and separating based on maybe little differences of what we do, it's nice as a community to come together and share and go deeper, because you understand, like you said earlier about the truth, you understand it's all different versions of the same truth, and all different truths guides us to go deeper with the bigger truth. Like you said earlier, all different martial arts is just an expression of our uniqueness, but there's one universality. There's the 10,000 things of the Tao. The Tao Te Ching says 10,000 things, but really it's millions and billions of expressions of the Tao. I think the more we come together and more we create a stronger community to understand each other, as opposed to separating ourselves based on little differences in technique, geographical area, background. I think this is going away from the Tao. So I'm very happy that you're so open and enthusiastic and excited to share with me, and very kind and welcoming to have this talk. So I really want to thank you, and I hope in the future we can have more talks and share more.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you for having me and give me opportunity to share with your community and with your people. And I'm looking forward to, as you said, to talk more. And also maybe in the future we meet in person. We can train together. Yeah. Learn from each other. Yeah. Sure.
Yes. I would always I'd like to come to Berlin, Germany. I'm not sure where in Germany are you?
I'm in the North Westphalen, nearby Dortmund and Dusseldorf.
Okay, Dortmund. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my teacher Sifu Ismet Himmet, he's in Berlin, and Wudang Principles, it's in Berlin too. So of course, at some point, if I'm in Germany, we can get together. But also this spring, a group of us were going back to Wudang Mountain.
Cool. Maybe
and
we met each other in China. Definitely.
Yeah, and some of my students, they really want to see Shaolin and go to Henan. Like you said, it's a beautiful place. It's old China, so much to see. I myself been there in 2010. So I'd like to go back and spend some more time. So for sure, I think, like you said earlier about fate, it might be fate that we meet in China again.
Yeah, definitely. And also, when your friends they are coming to China, welcome to my Kung Fu school and tea house to have fun, to practice, and to drink a cup of tea. It will be my honor and pleasure to share with them. And I'm looking forward.
That's so nice. Thank you so much, Sifu Lee.
Thank you, Master Ronald.